Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back, guys, on the second episode on Strange slash Fake. Fate, Strange, Fake, episode 2. I'm still getting used to the etymology, and this is a new genre. It's a new genre, baby. It's a new genre that I'm doing. And the first episode of I had to go back to the previous OVA, or let me say ONA, and watched Fate, Fate, Strange, Fake, Whispers of the Dawn. But I started the first episode on Fate, Strange, Fake, but I found out that was another version of it. The first one that they did, so I went back and I watched that, and then I came back to Fate, Strange, Fake. It was an awesome live stream actually, because I ended up watching, um, if I'm not mistaken, 3 episodes in one go. Right? I ended up watching 3 episodes. So if you haven't watched it, go back and check it, because in the same live stream, I watched Sentenced to Be a Hero, episode 1, on the same live stream. It was quite an interesting concept because I've never done such kind of live stream before. So without further ado, man, let's continue on where we left off on Fate Strange Fake episode 2. Um and I gotta thank you guys for your explanation, for helping me out on my first experience on Fate Strange Fake genre, because I was lost, man. I was confused. I don't know what's going on, who is a good guy, who is a bad guy, and why what's going on, it's going on. So thank you guys for your patience and you know, your contribution on the last live stream. So here it is, the second episode. Hopefully it will help me make more sense of the genre, because it is confusing as a beginner. His name is Saber, King Arthur. Looks like the girl is clueless of what is going on. She's still trying to piece whatever this is together. Doesn't this guy look like King Arthur just now? Except with the little shades of red on his hair. So, like I said, guys, help me as we go along, because I know that I'm gonna need your help. Definitely gonna need your help as we go along. So I'm just saying. But thank you guys for your support on the last live stream. It was needed. I definitely needed your assistance. So the show is slowly growing on me. I gotta say, the animation is pretty good on this show. The animation, I think I talked about it on the last live stream. She reminds me of Casca from Berserk. I don't know why. He changed it a little bit. Gilgamesh. He doesn't have his armor and everything here. He changed. Oh, the priest from the previous episode. I wonder why he's here. Hansa servant. So Hansa will be here to supervise this Holy Grail War. They actually think that he won't be able to reimburse them. He probably has gold on him. They think he's going woo woo. Disappear. He's gone. He disappeared. Wait. Their handcuffs, their guns means nothing to him. Hmm. The girl has no clue of anything that is going on, but so far she's slowly starting to understand what has been happening. For some reason, I want to see this priest engage in a battle. I don't know why. So, for you guys that are watching and wondering what they said on top, you have collected about 30 unnatural personnel within the police organization. So, is that servant and his master here now? Oh, wait, don't tell me that the church and the police office are going to start duking it out. He's been cornered. He's not scared, at least. That's the. Something real bad is heading their way. Casta wasn't kidding. That knucklehead isn't kidding. Oh, it's a ripple. Ooh. It disappeared again. It's probably still there somewhere. Yep. Those small energies must be his magic. Yo, that servant is pretty fast and he's pretty quick on his feet. Oh, Orlando is about to fight. That servant looks like a character from Assassin's Creed. She turned their powers against them. She is quick. She is fast. She has no servant. She wants to stop this Holy Grail War because he took her predecessors. Who the hell is this? He looks like a character from. Ooh! When did he do that? He took his arm. Yo. Use his teeth. Jester. Carter. Is it a vampire? This guy is bad news. He's bad news. He's not even trying to kill her. He asked her to transport. He removed her from the premises. What? Yo, this guy is bad news. He's bad news. They attacked him and their weapons broke on him. Yo. Your finger. Is gonna beat his crap with that chair or what? Look at how he's holding that chair. Not even chair, like the bench. Don't tell me he's about to beat his ass with that bench. Oh man. My coffee got you. Man, what the hell, yo? What in the blue moon is going on? This guy is bad news. Bad news, man. Let me see if there's an extra scene. What an awesome episode. I wasn't expecting this. This man, this vamp, I guess he's a vampire, right? But I mean, even though he's a vampire, his power is just off the charts. His power is off the charts. He just comes out of nowhere and look at the police. Orlando and his man are busy trying to take this servant. Well, she's really not a servant. She doesn't want any part of the Holy Grail War. It's just that she wants to stop it because he unalived her predecessor. And as strong as she is, she dashes towards this vampire. Kind of looks like a character from I forgot that anime. Oh man, I forgot the anime. Kind of looks like a character from Bleach too, but This man comes out of nowhere, definitely a masterpiece worthy of being. This man literally with his teeth broke the sword. First of all, he took one of the other guy's arm. They didn't even notice it. He took his arm until he started screaming his lungs out. He uses his teeth, breaks the dagger, and chews it and swallows it. Like, what kind of power does someone has to have such an ability? My name is Jester Carter. I will take everything from you. A dead apostle. He's a dead apostle. A dead apostle and a vampire. Casta is like, damn. Actually, now that I think about it, this is a bit bad for my brothers. Now that I think about it, as much as I'm excited, this is a bad news for my brother and his men. He just realized it. This heart still remembers the feeling of your palm, like that of an intense kiss. This guy is crazy. He's local. He's local, man. He just loves tearing shit up. He loves this. The enemy of humanity. Okay, it kind of edifies her point and the reason why she's here. She said a dead apostle, bad for humanity. He's a bad news for humanity, and that's why she chose to attack him. It kind of edifies the reason why she wants to stop this Holy Grail War, because it's not going to do anything but harm humanity. It's going to wreak havoc and cause destructions, disaster, and everything else that comes with it. Which is the reason why she doesn't want any. She doesn't have a master. She doesn't want she doesn't want any of it. She wants to stop it. Kind of edifies the reason why she attacked it. And at that point, I order you with a command spell. Look at this. Before she could get to this jester, he orders her with a command. Transport to a location as far away from this city as possible. Look at that. That is a bad. Like, before she could. It was hard to catch this girl off guard. This servant, she's really not a servant, but I keep saying that. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. They couldn't get to her. She tries to get to this guy. He gives her a spell and a command: transport to a location as far away from this city as possible. Are you kidding me? And she has no choice but to do exactly that of what he said. She could not disobey him. All she could do is take it and not like leash. All she could do is take it and not utter any other word. She couldn't even say fuck you. She couldn't even say bakayaro. She couldn't even say konoharo, bakayaro. She had no chance to insult him. At least when you're about to do that to somebody, they will give you an insult before that happens, She had no chance to insult this man. All she could do is take it and do exactly what he said. My goodness. Why don't you just die already, you bags of blood? He's about to suck on you. He's about to kill all of them. And at this point, you see his eyes is red. Like when vampires are about to attack, when they're about to feed, they turn into that berserk monster. He calls them bags of blood. And they all attacks him at once. Look at their weapon, their magic. This just negates. He just negates their magic just by standing there. Nothing could affect this guy. It's not like I am more powerful than a heroic spirit. They attack him with their weapon, with their iron designed weapon craft to battle merges and servant or any of his sort, like any of sort of battle, right? And he breaks on his body. After all, a heroic spirit is something that affirms human history. This guy attacks him and he pushes him back. And this one, look at the height. If someone is coming down on you with a huge ass hammer designed to crush a human being and at least to make a huge dent, look at the height. However, we dead apostles deny human history. I guess their way of living is not the same way as human. They live different. Look at the height. Okay. Look at this. The height of this guy who has wielded this weapon for probably a long time and has honed his skill on crushing opponents like this. With that height, that hammer didn't even hit him, actually. I thought it hit him. I actually thought the hammer actually connected. But as you can see, it did not connect. It couldn't even touch him. It's like there's a barrier. It's like there is something on him that is not even allowing weapon to touch him. It didn't even, I think all those weapons are not even touching him. Look at it, didn't even connect. He froze. We have existed in violation of your rules. Yeah, he's still throwing insults. And then this one goes for a straight Pyrrhus attack. And at this point, he actually touched him. He touched it with his finger. The speed of this police officer and the speed, the anticipation, and how furious she is with her blade, um, with her, what do I call it, spear, knife spear or sword spear. He holds it with his one finger and he says it's simply an issue of compatibility. He flicks it away. It would be a different story, even with the same noble phantasm. If a servant were the one wielding it. Whoa. Do you know what all of you are lacking? Power? No. Invaluableness. You lot have not one bit of faith in a higher being. That's what humans are lacking. They don't have faith. They think they have faith, but they don't. I guess if they have faith as much as him, they can be able to touch him. Not in gods, not even in heroic spirit. On top of that, you don't believe in your own power. That's what humans are lacking. They don't believe when it comes down to it, they don't believe. That's why you want to rely on tools. There is no invaluableness in that. Damn, he's throwing shots. And he goes and picks up a long ass bench that weighs probably a good amount of weight. I cannot teach you the concept of invaluableness. With one hand, as if he's taking a selfie. It's almost like he's holding a sword with a selfie, like, trying to take a selfie. Look at him. One hand in his pocket. But I will teach you the evidence. Now I will take this, not even a weapon, and crush. I will crush your head of this so-called chief that all of you put your trust in. Damn, he was about to bash his brain with that bench. And I guess Orlando has no choice now but to fight and defend himself. He threw the gun away. My goodness, man. Not one thing will reach me. Still throwing shots, throwing insult. And then, and then, what's his name? Hannes, right? The priest throws coffee at him. My coffee got to you, didn't it? I get this. After everything, they couldn't get to this jester, Couture. Everything that was thrown at him, nobody could reach him. All of a sudden, this priest threw coffee at him and was able to get him with his coffee. I guess it kind of edifies what Jester has been saying, though, in a way, because the priest, ever since he stepped foot in these premises, you can tell he has confidence. You can tell he knows his stuff. He knows what he's saying. He's not scared. While they were circling to attack him, he wasn't scared in any way, shape, or form, right? So the conviction of the priest was what made the coffee hit him. So he wasn't wrong. You can say he wasn't right either, but right now he wasn't wrong because the priest, and the conviction of this priest, I think he's been doing this work for a long time. I still am looking, probably is going to be him versus Jester, the vampire. His coffee got to him after everything that has been thrown at this guy. So it's going to be holy versus evil or good versus evil now, because it's obvious that these cops, Orlando and his men, cannot do anything to harm Jester. They can't do anything, unfortunately. And I said that Jester vampire reminds me of what is that anime that I watched in the past? I can't remember right now. Let me go to my playlist. While you guys are here, I want to remember this. I can't believe I forgot. I want to go through my playlist real quick. Um, Tokyo Ghoul. It looks like a character from Tokyo Ghoul. I know that took a while, but I remembered finally. It looks like a character from Tokyo Ghoul. Now, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this reaction. Let me know what you think. This episode took me off my feet. I wasn't expecting this amount of aggression and this amount of insults thrown in one battle. And this type of climatic showdown, it took me by surprise. So I look forward for the next episode next week. And I hope that this priest is going to take on Jester, because I would like to know, how far he's able to go. He got one eye, he has a patch, one eye that he can still use to fight. I want to know, what's his deal, right? So yeah, stay tuned on the channel for more reactions. There are quite good number of anime. While we're at it, there's this new anime that came out. It's actually a continuation of its previous conception. It's called Trigon. I want to get into it, but I'm not sure how good it is. I'm not sure if any one of you Fate Strange fake fans know about it and have seen it, because I would like to know if it is a good watch, if it is interesting, because right now I'm doing quite a lot. I will try to finish Vigilante, My Hero Academia Vigilante, tomorrow if possible. If this new anime called Trigon Stargaze it's a continuation of its previous conception. I think Trigon Stampede or something. I want to get into it, but if I am to get into it, I'm gonna have to watch the previous conception, the first series, and yeah, but I don't know how good it is. So you guys can help me out. If you're gonna watch this after, let me know what you think about Trigon Stargaze, or let me say Trigon Stampede, because that's the previous series, the first season. I don't know much about it, but it's something that I would like to get into. But on that note, guys, thank you for joining me, and see you next time on Fate/Strange or Fate/Strange Fake. All right. And before I sign out, Hell's Paradise will be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow, season 2. I will be looking into that too, because I did the first season, and the first season wasn't that bad actually. It was good. I think Hell's Paradise is underrated, if you ask me. So we'll see how things goes. But on that note, see you in the next video.